more and more of our troops are risking and losing their lives far from home, I am concerned and raise again something I've raised often on this floor, that there's a tacit agreement to avoid debating this war in the one place where it ought to be debated, in the halls of Congress. The President maintains that he can conduct this war without a new authorization from Congress, relying upon an authorization that was passed on September 14th, 2001. When the new Congress is sworn in early January, I think 80% of the members of Congress were not here when the September 14th, 2001 authorization was passed. So the 80% of us that were not here in 2001 have never had a meaningful debate or vote upon this war against ISIL. I think the inability or unwillingness of Congress to grapple with this sends a message that's unfortunate. It sends a message of lack of resolve to allies, might even send a message of lack of resolve to our adversary. But the thing I'm most concerned about are people like Chief Petty Officer Scott Dayton, people who are serving in a theater of war, who are risking their lives in a theater of war, who are giving their lives in a theater of war, and doing it without the knowledge that Congress supports the mission that they are on. The Article 1, Article 2, as I conclude, allocation of responsibilities, is not just about what's constitutional. I think it reflects a value. And the value is this: we shouldn't order people into harm's way to risk their lives unless there's a political consensus that the mission is worth it. Anybody who volunteers for military service knows it's going to be difficult and will not be able to change that. But if we're going to order people into a war zone, into combat, and order them to risk their lives, and even if they're not harmed, they may see things happen to colleagues of theirs that could affect them for the rest of their lives. If we're going to order them to do that, then there should at least be a national political consensus that the mission is worth it. And the way the Constitution sets that up is the President makes a proposal, but then Congress, the people's elected body, votes and says, yes, the mission is worth it. And so now that we've had that vote, now that we've had that debate, and we've educated the public about what's at stake, and now we've said the mission is worth it, it is fair then to ask our 2 million active duty, Guard, and Reserve, folks like Chief Petty Officer Scott Dayton, folks like my oldest son, it is then fair to ask them to go and risk their lives in a mission like this. But if we are unwilling to have the debate and have the vote, it seems to me to be sort of almost the height of kind of a public immorality to force people to risk and give their lives in support of a mission that we're unwilling to discuss.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.